Good evening to all our viewers on SpeedGaming 3, and welcome to this matchup of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2023 tournament. It is the spring tournament, it is random percent, and it is bracket stage 1, first round here in the Eagle division. Jessandy versus Bakuda. This is game 1. Moon Risen Phoenix here bringing you this matchup, and joining me in the booth tonight, it's Potato Pony. Good evening.
Good evening, Moon. It's good to be here with you. I am excited to get game 1 of this match between Bakuda and jessandy underway.
You and me both, Potato Pony. I'm looking forward to this.
So I think we'll be getting started in just a second. This will be the first game of the knockout rounds for both Jess and for Bakuda, and I think it's definitely is going to be the first knockout stage Z1R race that Bakuda's ever had, as he's one of our newer members of the community, only been racing since January of this year.
Absolutely, and we're off at the Southern Power Bracelet with a bait start.
Love that bait. You could drop it everywhere you want, and Bakuda's dropping it right from the start, just to feed the Octoroks along the way.
Nothing wrong with it. Both of our runners are going to check the Wood Sword Cave, and both of them are going to be very happy to see the stick waiting for them.
Love it. So, Moon, other than finding your sword in these random percencies, what are the first things you're trying to do?
One of the first things I'm trying to do is exactly what Bakuda's trying to do, determine your Triforces off the start. And in this case, we don't know which ones that'll be. It's either 4 or 5, and either 7 or 8.
Looks like we got some vanilla prices in the shops. Just took a bop and a stab with the sword, and it didn't shoot out, so we don't have perma beams.
That's fairly unfortunate, and we don't have 0 HP enemies either. Another thing to note, there was a candle in the Wood Sword Cave, so extra candles has rolled on.
So it looks like Jess is going to check Vanilla 3, which will tell us something about the quest, and in fact, it'll tell us that we're dealing with a second quest overworld. When there's a cave at the Vanilla 3 spot, that means we've got second quest spots only. Also means we'll only have one large secret, but that's a good thing to know pretty on, because it saves you some time in terms of knowing where you don't have to bother burning or bombing.
Unfortunately, on the other hand, that also means you already know you're going to struggle with money, as Bakuda will find a small secret heading up to Death Armos. We'll need to be careful here, though. Oh, knocked out by...
living up to its name.
Yep, absolutely.
Good news is it's not too far, so it won't be that bad to get back there once Bakuda wants to. Just found Mags in the far southwest corner.
It's not a fun spot to see it, though. Don't know if either runner's going to be back there.
I haven't seen anybody dropping bombs yet, so I don't know. Have you been able to tell whether we've got our drop group shuffled? Oh, Bakuda picked up a bomb right as I said it.
Jess heading for the grave area for that one check here, as Bakuda will find his first take, ain't he? Picks up a candle there, as Jess will find him meeting secret in the grave.
Jess skipped the Death Armos area, so my guess is she's going to check the Armos over here where the power bracelet is vanilla, and then maybe wrap around to check the Death Armos.
Bakuda finds a second take, ain't he? And I think he just left that alone.
We don't know what our Armos item is yet, but we do know that at least the placement of the Armos items have been randomized, and instead, Jess finds level 7.
level 7, and I don't know. I don't entirely like the placement of our starting screen.
I don't know what you're talking about. I loved it.
Just finding some any roads, and those are going to be shuffled tonight.
At least most of them are going to be shuffled.
One of them ends up right at our starting screen as Bakuda finds his first door repair with 14 rupees, which won't even give him the information of just how many rupees our door repairs are going to take away.
That's actually a really great set of any roads, because it starts from the start screen. They got one that takes them over to the Deadwoods, one that takes them up near the grave with easy access to Death Mountain, and one that takes them all the way to the northeast. So that's that can factor into the race in terms of the ability to get around Hyrule a lot quicker than you otherwise might be able to.
Kuda's going to stumble upon those fairly quickly, but first he'll check the bomb cave next to the northeast corner and find a potion shop.
I think Jess is going to head over and check our other Armo spots in the forest here and see which one of those two has our Armos item.
At this point, I think she might be worried about bombs. Kuda also finding level 7 as Jess finds her first bomb pack, and the Armos item is an East Forest Armos.
Jess gets her candle in a different take any than the two that Bakuda found, so we've seen 3 of our take any's. Here we go.
Armos
The
item.
ladder.
Oh, you love to see that if you're Jess.
Oh yeah. And it means that Jess has one more mandatory stop to make before she thinks about starting to find and dig some dungeons.
That would be the coast item, which you can now pick up.
So if you're Jess right now, what item are you hoping to find when you get over to the coast? You know items are shuffled, so it could be anything.
I would love either a white sword or a red ring, but that's just my idealistic nature. Needs to be careful though, half a heart.
Meanwhile, Bakuda has decided to spend some time in this level 7.
That's about the last thing I want to see there on the coast.
Don't ever accuse the game of not having a sense of humor. We'll give you a ladder, and to go with that ladder, boomerang.
I mean, it's not a terrible thing to have. That's not a terrible debt to take.
Yeah, Jess took care of most of the must-have exploration of that first round, so, and she has a candle, so she can, a lot of work she could do restarting from start here.
Another thing Jess can explore and might be critical as she finds level 5. Do not forget about the river ladder spots.
I think Jess is forgetting that she had the ladder.
Yep, that sounds about right there.
Death Mountain is an entrance to death. Well, where else would you expect an entrance to death?
I was about to say redundancy. Okay, there's Jess's opinion of the traps, I would assume.
Bakuda is trying to open caves with the bait. We haven't yet added that capability to the randomizer.
Well, the old men must be hungry. Who knows how long they've been stuck in there?
That's a good point. Got a
Jack.
first quest, level 5 here.
That will immediately confirm that we're starting with Triforce in level 4, as our tracker tonight, Dantic Potato, will immediately indicate. Thank you for tracking for us.
You can't go north, so there's got to be a staircase to find to get to the north.
Bakuda with everybody's favorite timing to find a door repair.
Oh, now Jess knows she has the ladder.
Yeah. That's a key-saving bomb, and you'll need another key to get through that door. Bakuda opting to check the 2Q7 spot. Let's see what he finds there. Not much of anything. I want to say we're on first quest enemies in this seed as well.
No swords flying out of the Stalfos hands. Duggar gazes close to start. That's true.
Interesting first hint of the game. Well, second hint of the game.
No flashing snakes. Floor
Yeah,
heart for Jess.
If I'm Jess, I'm happy to see no flashing snakes. I mean, it's not fun to bash on snakes 4 times before they go down.
And snakes are creepy enough without flashing also. Jess grabs a Triforce in 5.
On half a heart, no less. Bakuda picks up his ladder.
So at this point, we've seen a ladder and a boomerang from 2 of our overworld items, and a floor heart in 5. So I'd say we are slowly getting evidence that Heart Shuffle might be off in this seed.
I wouldn't buy it quite yet. I'd have to find 1 or 2 more items to ensure it's off.
One of the interesting things for the runners playing these random percent flags is those sort of situations. How quickly do you conclude that certain flags are on or off? Because sometimes it can make a big difference in what you end up checking or not. But if you assume a flag's off or on too soon and you're wrong, then you can be, really in a tough spot.
Bakuda gets taken down before he can get to the wooden boomerang. And a question in chat: Flash Snake means all is higher health? More often than not, yes. Ropes, I believe the standard is 1 HP, while the flashing ropes, also called super ropes, are a second quest enemy and have, I believe it's 4 health.
Now, one of the flags that can randomize in this tournament is how much health the enemies have, and depending on how that flag rolls, it could go up or down as much as 4 HP. So you can end up with some super beefy non-flashing ropes and some pretty wimpy flashing ropes. But as Moon said, more often than not, the regular ones are going to be weaker than the flashing ones.
I'm gonna rank those ropes right up there with keys, with one more annoying things to roll up.
Jess is up to 6 hearts now, so she'll be guaranteed to be able to pick up our white sword item once she finds it.
for that. She does get hit with a door repair. That's vanilla 20 for this seed. Map check for Bakuda in 5, and we'll find out that we're dealing with first quest 1 through 6.
The other thing that having the pretty central starting screen and the any roads right there does is it can really encourage a different style of play than you might normally have. Normally you're trying to stay alive and navigate as much of the overworld as you can without taking deaths. With the starting screen being so centrally located, you can do a lot more small explorations and frequent saves as you're going about, especially early on, building up your keys and your hearts and your items, and I think that's some of what we're seeing Jess doing so far.
Bakuda getting badly beaten up by the gorillas up top.
Is this Korea room where the Triforce was?
I believe so, yes. A few technical difficulties on Bakuda's side as Jess will find level 2 over in the seaside spot. Now this is...
If Heart Shuffle is indeed off, we'll expect to find 1 heart and 1 item on the floor in this level 2.
Oh.
As well as some whiz robes.
Oh, goodness. That's one thing we didn't expect to find here in this 1Q2.
I'll tell you what, if I'm racing, I don't hate finding the whiz robes here in level 2. If it means that I don't have to deal with them later in level 9, I'll take it.
I might be a little less happy knowing that level 1Q2 is traditionally one of the easier dungeons. Not so much in this case. And oh, just gets bapped by the last keys in the room and we'll have to go back to start.
Meanwhile, Bakuda did grab the Triforce out of 5, so we're evened up on Triforces in the early going here. Jess is using pancake strats to avoid some of those whiz robes. It's just a little tricky when you kill the like to and find a beam coming straight towards you like that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just irritating.
Thought the pancake was your friend.
Pancakes are friends when it's time for breakfast, not when it's time for Zelda. Cautiously a little bit, finds a Triforce in 2, decides to pick it up for the heart refill, will take 4-3 Triforce lead.
So Jess bailed out of 5 after getting the Triforce with an item still left, and it looks like she's going to head back into 2 with the health refill, see if she can find at least one of the 2 parts or items on the floor. Question will be, how many items can we find in this 2 without having to do battle with the Wizrobes?
Like an easy bomb refill station there.
For example, these guys.
Yeah, found one item at the very least, and that's a magical boomerang in level 2.
Bakuda's over in the grave, checking those overworld spots now. I don't think Jess ended up checking Vanilla 6 on her first time through.
I don't believe so. I think you're right.
Oh, and there's our 4th take any.
Jess takes out one land mola, so the second one is no problem.
So is Vanilla 2 your favorite level, Moon?
I can see why you'd think that. I don't mind 1Q2.
I'm just saying, if there was a level shaped like a pony or a potato, I'd be all over that.
True. I will say 1Q2 is one of the more pleasant ones, I suppose. And some interesting conundrum there for Bakuda. Finds the hint shop at the Brave Potion shop. We know the hints to be fairly truthful here so far.
I take it back, Freedom Fighter. No way is 2Q4 ever going to be my favorite anything.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. Jess did find her second item here in 2.
It was a heart, so I think more evidence that we've got Heart Shuffle off.
Yeah, I think I'm now with all that information, I'm starting to think the same.
So one of the considerations when you know it's a second quest overworld is given how many spots on the overworld are either blocked by the ladder or the recorder or the raft or the power bracelet, you can put an extra premium on some of those navigational items, and sometimes means that it can be more worth digging items out of levels early than it might otherwise be. So I wonder if we'll see Bakuda or Jess head back to level 5 before they're absolutely forced to see if they can find what that item was.
Bakuda runs into a P-hat and will be forced back to start. Meanwhile, Jess heading to the waterfall and finding a ladder at the very least. Now comes what I feel might be a bit of a turning point here in the match.
Yeah, the question in chat is what blocked the runners in level 5, and as CD says, there was a key door that I think they had a key, but neither of them wanted to spend to get to the stairs that would take them to the top part of the level.
Well, that's a good news, bad news thing. The bad news is that it's not much of a turning point in the race for those river ladder spots. The good news, there's big bucks in that left one.
The only big box we're going to see. And here we go. Jess is back in level 5, ready to spend one of her 4 keys and see what the item is. Here we go. This will be the transport stair room.
Some hints for Bakuda. Manhandla threatens with the wand. That'll mean the wand is likely in 3.
Oh, and the item in 5 is just one screen away from the other end of the transport. And in 5, we have a heart.
Be the overworld heart, and oh, Jess ain't too happy about it.
Probably the overworld heart. It doesn't have to be.
That's true, and Gleok lurks with the power bracelet. Is that power bracelet in 4? We'll see. The last hint in this one? Oh!
The super expensive hint is the least useful of all.
Well, I don't know about that. You at least know the recorder's not required. Yeah, chat did just mention. Is it the Coast Heart or is Shuffle on? If I'm Jess right now, I'm at the very least concerned.
Yeah, I would have rather seen just about anything other than that heart there to further confirm heart shuffle being off.
Just knowing that the big bucks were already found, no fear in picking up that secret, no fear of leaving rupees on the ground. This one, not so much. Bakuda finding level 3 at Armos.
That's a great find right after getting that hint, because Bakuda knows that if he goes for the item, he's got some, likely has some combat upgrade in his near future.
That's right. Jess. Oh, this is the pirouette.
Chat's asking if we know that Heart Shuffle's turned on, and I'd say we do not know for sure, but we have fairly good evidence that Heart Shuffle's probably off.
If we see another heart container and the wand as the staircase item, I'll bite.
our runners in the same room.
A little bit of divergence. Bakuda deciding maybe the answer's in another room, while Jess deciding to check it out. Finds nothing for it though.
This finds the Master Darknet with only one left.
Early trouble here for our runners. There's the first sight of Pole's voice.
Could be an item room. I don't think we've said it, but from everything I can tell, it looks like our drop groups are not shuffled in this seed.
Just opting for the reshuffle, not wanting to deal with Pole's voice for more time than she needs to. Bakuda knows exactly what's here. There's the wand, and knows probably for a fact at this point that those hints were true. So I want to say Bakuda's got the bit of a knowledge advantage here.
Spandopatra in the four-corner BMOS room might be one of my least favorite dungeon room setups in the entire game.
Well, there's some good news for our runners. That bait you started with, yeah, it's not going to be worth much.
I'd consider giving it to the enemy there just to get it out of my inventory.
True. That's a possibility.
Although I guess if we might still have second quest 7, 8, 9, that would be a bad idea.
Bakuda deciding to bomb his way into the western side of level 3. I believe this will guide him right to the heart. Which is just south of this room, actually. There it is.
Jess is one room away from the Triforce, which in this level is in the Triforce room.
There it is. That's it for Jess in 3. Takes the 4-2 lead in Triforces right now. Or actually, no, that's 5-3. My apologies.
5-3. We don't know whether the other one they started with is 7 or 8 yet.
Yeah. However, an interesting point made in chat. Bakuda does have, both of our runners do have enough rupees to check that other hint shop, but only Jess knows it's the other location, and Bakuda just, here. That bait block may be the only one in the seed. Here it is, buddy. Have all the food you want.
Bakuda is rewarded by the same dark nut he fed, dealing out death.
I think Bakuda just forgot that he left Triforce in 3. Jess, meanwhile, now with Mag's eligibility here with her 10th heart of the game.
I'd love it if Jess trekked down to the southwest, but unless something else takes her there, I still don't think we're seeing a Mags check.
here's the interesting point. Okay, Jess is going to opt to check out the knowledge herself.
She knows that one. Jess does not have a recent save at this point, so that 120-something rupees is farewell, but she knows that the power bracelet's in 4 now, and she won't need the raft.
There's Bakuda's first Triforce of the day. That, actually, second. I keep forgetting that we don't know the other Triforce yet. I apologize, chat.
The old men have been pretty truthful so far, and we've verified a few things they've said, so we're working under the, at least, working assumption that the hints are helpful.
Well, if Jess finds level 9 here in this, in that mountain, as the hint indicated, I have to say, I love Bakuda's play here. He's going right, he knows where that, actually no, he doesn't know where the other hint shop is, but he's closing in on it. And the play here for knowledge might pay off as well.
Nice bomb drop to help Jess with her Death Mountain exploration. There it is.
Here we go.
Much more reasonably priced hint shop there.
Oh, Bakuda opting not to go for it. Oh, 2Q9 giving us our item for the day. Jess sees the book, opts not to pick it up.
Well, she knows she doesn't need it for levels 1 through 6. She knows that she doesn't need it for hints. So she would only need it if she thinks 7, 8, and 9 maybe shapes. And it would definitely put a crimp in using her wand the way she wants to use it, so.
Bakuda unfortunately going to leave about 40% of that large secret on the ground. Jess does find level 9 in Death Mountain. That's another true hint.
The old men are being helpful tonight.
Blue ring pickup for Bakuda.
I like it.
Hey, if you're not confident with your combat ability, the blue ring's a nice way to safeguard yourself. Jess finding level 8. Right next to the connector in Death Mountain.
Dark room, so that means it's not shapes, right?
Well, actually it could be shapes due to the fact that 1 through 6 ruled,
Oh, it could be shuffled from 1 through 6.
Indeed.
Good call.
At the same time, at the very least, we're not dealing with everybody's most hated dungeon. Bakuda now with that critical bomb pickup in the midst of that mountain.
There it is, 1Q all the way for our dungeons. As well as a hint about where level 1 is. That's a pretty helpful hint.
And our tractor pedantic potato will be right on top of it. We will have Triforce from level 8.
Just clearing this room either doesn't believe that Heart Shuffle is off, or does not remember that she has the 1Q8 Triforce.
I'll actually agree with Chad on this one. They say 1Q8 is supposed to be the lion dungeon. This doesn't really look like a lion to me. First item for Jess in level 8, and are you ever glad to see the bow?
That is a great find. Third Dig Dogger in level 8, I think.
Oh, that might be extra bosses rolled. So this level 9 got a little bit more interesting. Now, if we see 13 Patras in level 9 tonight, I'm going to ask him some questions.
Jess uses her last bomb to head north here. We'll see if she can clear out the top of this level 8. Meanwhile, Bakuda's in the similarly colored level 2. We'll find the Whiz Robes, maybe the Magic Boomerang.
Super happy fun time, really. Some minor frustration for Jess as she doesn't have enough rupees to buy that bomb upgrade.
There's a question in chat. Yes, I think we've seen enough to be pretty confident that the power bracelet is indeed in 4, as the hint suggested.
I'm going to agree with you on that. Now Bakuda picks up his Triforce in level 2 and ties up the Triforce count 5 apiece.
So it's going to leave the second item behind in 8. And continue her Death Mountain exploration.
Fortunately, she's out of bomb. That's going to cause a few problems. Knows there's some bomb droppers in the eastern Death Mountain area, though. We'll hope to get a bomb pack here.
Not from the first 2. Here's a couple more tries. Oh for 3. Oh for 4. Now Bakuda sees the Bloomerang. Just takes a Lionel Beam to the face. Still can't get a global.
That's frustrating. And I think Bakuda, yep, he's done in this too.
Have we found level 6 yet?
I don't think we've seen 6 or 7.
We saw 7. I don't remember where, but we definitely saw 7 early because we weren't sure what the Bakuda dug in for a handful of rooms.
Ah, yes.
We 1 we know is by a lake, but I don't think we've seen it, and I don't think we've seen 6.
Is going to dig Eastern Dead Mountain here, but needs to be a bit careful. 1 heart against these Lionels, that's bad news if you get hit.
That is true.
Indeed. 2Q9.
Jess finally gets a global bomb drop.
Oh, Bakuda gets absolutely sniped from left field by a blue Lionel and will be forced to go back to start.
Jess is headed back, gonna probably bomb some of these spots that she wasn't able to just before. Starting with the forgotten spot. And that is where level 1 is.
That's always huge. Level 1, the Eagle, and that's 3 items stuck in this little dungeon.
There are the silver arrows for Jess. And the Triforce.
You keep digging this one? Seeing the Triforce and then the with the silvers?
You know, if I haven't found level 6, I've checked a lot of the overworld. Not all of it, but I still think I might... Well, I know the power bracelet's in 4, but and I know I don't need the raft, but I might need the recorder. Plus, if I'm Jess and the recorder is my favorite item in the entire game, I probably dig the rest of 1. There's also the Any Key, Red Rings, a lot of good items to be had in a pretty small level.
Bakuda is going to head into level 7. I don't necessarily disagree with this play. You do need the Triforce in 7, and it is the biggest dungeon you've got left.
There's the floor heart in 1. So Bakuda would benefit a lot from finding that recorder in this level 7, having it be required, and having it take him to new unbeaten levels. Maybe asking a lot, though.
Not a really friendly room there for Jess. Her hunt for the third item in this one continues.
And it's the any key.
Not upset to find that if I'm Jess right now. That is a sizable find. And that's gonna do it for level 1. Just need the Triforce and we're out of there.
So Jess needs the Triforce out of 7. And she needs to find level 6 and the Triforce from there, and then she'll be ready to go. She's gonna head back to East Death Mountain. Which we know is not the answer. At least not where we can access so far. I guess we haven't found 4 yet, right?
You're right. I mean, Four's got the power bracelet. It's
And now
there
we
is
found
4.
So Jess does not need the Triforce here, but there's a decent chance she may need the power bracelet. So she'll be looking for an item staircase. Jess has found all the dungeons except for level 6, which neither of our runners have found so far. That is a big 5-bomb upgrade for 114 rupees for Jess. I'd love to see such a big upgrade. There is Jess's power bracelet, which is all she needs from 4 since she already has the Triforce. She's gonna walk out of the dungeon to keep her health.
I think so. There she goes.
Neither of our runners have found level 6 so far. So we're thinking it's quite likely either power bracelet or recorder blocked.
This item in 7 could be a turning point in the match.
Jess is starting her power bracelet checks. Nothing at the arrow. 0 for 2 on the power bracelet checks.
Still second quest though, so there's plenty more to go. And Jess decides I'm gonna go check 7.
Bakuda does a great job taking down that Gliok. Fortunately, it does not look like the item room that he's probably hoping it was. Wizard room that Bakuda's in is our Triforce room.
Talk about a frustrating room to have to clear to get your Triforce.
Wood stored, 1 bomb left, 3 hearts, blue ring. Good last bomb. Still leaves 4 Wizrobes alive.
Ooh.
Bakuda's gonna save his progress. It's always a hard call, because you know you've done some damage on the remaining ones, but you really don't want to have to start from scratch.
Just also in a troublesome spot against this one remaining Wizrobe.
Bakuda round 2 against the remaining 4 blue Wizrobes. Ooh, fortunately takes a bop from one of them.
Interesting spot for Jess. This might be a push. Actually, no, it won't because of Shutter. My apologies, everybody.
Just unknowingly going away from the Triforce room by bombing left there.
We still don't know the item in the 7th.
Jess is still on her original pink tunic, which means the Gleox, the Wizrobes, a little more challenging.
He's going to force Bakuda out of level 7. And oh, Jess running into some trouble with that Manhandla.
Bakuda looking for a bomb dropper as he traverses the overworld. And he gets one off of Blue Octorok. Well-placed Silver Arrow takes down the final segment of the Manhandla, only to find a transport staircase. Bakuda's making good use of the any roads to head back to level 7 with bombs in hand. Or maybe he's going to explore some more and find level 8.
Level 8 was admittedly critical.
Hard to blame Bakuda for not digging it. Has the Triforce. Oh, finds level 4, where he also has the Triforce and knows that the power bracelet's in here. Hasn't found level 1 yet, hasn't found the item in 7, hasn't found 6 or the item in 6, so... While 8 does have 2 items, you're already an hour in, you know there's places you definitely need the Triforce from, so... While it may not work out well here, I totally get the call to not spend any time in 8. Jess up in the northwest part of this level 7 is going to find that compass, which will point her towards that blue Wizrobe room.
It's also going to cause her a bit of trouble here because we are looking at a green tunic as well.
It's a bomb upgrade, so she can fill up her bombs. She'll have 13 to throw at those Wizrobes. Bakuda takes a stare down to the power bracelet. Dig Dogger is doggedly guarding.
Spiky wants to make bad decisions.
Container on the floor. Let's see, Bakuda may not realize that he already has the Triforce from this level 4.
An interesting one to find.
It tells us that Zelda will not be in her own room in level 9, which is important knowledge to have because it means that you will be able, you may be able to access Zelda from any direction, not just from the south. Jess is clearing out, looks like the whole north part of this level 7, and has not yet found the item. 7. It's not. So the side effect of Jess looking for the item in 7 in the north is she has spent most of her bombs, and she will be displeased to see the enemies that await her in the Triforce room.
Only thing that can help here is that the item in 7 beat a white sword.
Red ring would help also.
True for defensive purposes.
Bakuda grabs the Triforce in 4, so he'll be back on his way again. See if he checks out level 8 at all. Goes for bombs. Is looking for 1. Two possible options here.
Good clutch play from Jess, managing to get out of that Gleok room with 1 heart.
She's up to 10 bombs now. Jess didn't pick up the Triforce, did she?
She did not.
Interesting.
Level 6 in the forest power bracelet spot. Power bracelet from 4 is required.
So Jess will do 6. I wonder if she had 7 and 8 mixed up, but I don't think she actually got the Triforce when she was in 8 either, so I'm not sure. So Jess knows now that she doesn't need any more items. I'm sure she would still love a red ring, but she doesn't need any more items. So she should just be looking for Triforces at this point.
Bakuda will find 6, but there's a pair of factors that are still playing in Jessandy's hand. Let's not forget the fact that she did pick up the bow in 8, and perhaps more importantly than that right now, is sitting with the painting key from 1.
Bakuda has Dark Nuts who like him though, because he fed the meat to them.
Yes. There's the Triforce from 6.
Jess is still looking, so what is Jess looking for?
My thought is that she was just thinking, hey, what if there's an item 1 room past the Triforce?
Fair enough. Would hate to miss the red ring by not ducking your head in 1 more room.
Jess now with a 7-5 Triforce lead, knows the location of 7. Is she heading for a max check?
She may be.
Honestly, I don't dislike the play. You're at 12 hearts, you're at an 80% chance. Why not? Give it a shot. Level 1, question in chat of where's level 1? It's a forgotten spot. Is 12 hearts enough? Oh, yes it is, and that's a double sword upgrade for Jess.
That's going to be very welcome when she takes on those blue Wizrobes in level 7, guarding the Triforce.
Yeah, that's a critical find right there. Now, is this the item for Bakuda in 6? Could this be a red ring or perhaps white sword? Or perhaps a transport, because we can't have nice things. Refill station for Bakuda in 6. Jess back into 7. Knows the location of Triforce.
Full hearts, 10 bombs, magic sword, pink tunic. Let's see how it goes. Short work of them with the combination of the bombs and the magical sword. And there is Jess's 8th Triforce.
Ticket to 9 acquired. Is she headed there right away, you think?
Yes, now I do think so. She confirms that she does not need the Triforce out of level 8. Bakuda finds the recorder, which may actually be the worst item he could find right now, if it encourages him to check a bunch of whistle spots looking for level 1. Meanwhile, Jess at an hour, 12 minutes and some change is into level 9. Remember before when I said I would take Wizrobes in level 2 if it meant there would be none in level 9?
No dice today.
Yeah,
You're still dealing with them. Not only that, but you are dealing with the 6 transport stairs sets that comprise level 9.
Just declines to pick up the white sword to finish her sword collection for the day.
Bit late for that sword. Bakuda with the Triforce in 6.
So Jess in level 9 is going to be listening for the Roar of Ganon, which she'll hear from any room adjacent to his room. And she's going to be looking for Zelda. She'll know she's next to Zelda's room if she finds a room with a single shutter door, and that shutter door does not open after she's cleared out all the enemies in the room.
Game listening when I said 13 Patros in this 9.
can only hope.
Chat bringing up a very good point. A hard recorder block in this 9 plays in Bakuda's favor. Uh-oh, Jess hearing the call of bacon.
Feels like that should be the sizzle of Ganon.
Recorder leading Bakuda to 2Q unbeaten, or 2Q beaten, as a 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 42 seconds. First Ganon sunning of the day on Jess's side.
So we'll just need 4 hits with mags. That's 3, and that's 4. Nice stun lock for Jess. Takes down the pig.
No problem. Gets the bacon, gets the Triforce of Power. Now just needs to find Zelda for breakfast, and Jesus. Oh, wait a minute. That door opened right away. That's it.
Ladder block Zelda. Get your GGs out in chat for jessandy8, winner of game 1 of this best of 3 knockout stage match with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, 19 and 8/10 of a second.
And joining us in the booth, race winner here tonight, Jess Andy. Congratulations on the 1-0 series lead in GG's.
Thank you. That was a level 7. That's what I'll say.
You saw quite a bit of that level 7.
Oh my gosh, I was convinced I was going to need the recorder because I hadn't found 4 or 6 by that point, or maybe just 6 something. And I'm like, I gotta dig this, and I saw all but, let's see, 1, 2, 4 rooms. All but 4 rooms.
We never found out what the item in that 7 was, but I think it had to be either, well, it was the red candle, the red ring, or the raft.
I guess, okay, so do we know what was in 6, 8, or 8?
Bakuda found the whistle in 6.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I guess 8 had 1 more item as well. Right, so yeah, between 8, 9, and 7 was the raft, the red candle, and the red ring.
Okay. Man, I was hoping for that red ring too. But hey, I am very, very proud of myself for a green tunic damageless Ganon.
Yeah, that was excellent, as well as you took down those blue Wizrobes guarding the Triforce in 7 with ease with your bombs and with mags.
Oh yeah. Once I got up to the top of that 7 and didn't find the staircase, I'm like, no. I'm going to hopefully get the high percentage 12 heart mags and come back to this thing.
Let's get our GGs in chat for Bakuda as well, who's decided to not finish up this seed, and hard to blame him, knowing as he did that he would have to face those blue Wizrobes in 7 and hadn't found level 1 yet.
Oh, I was going to ask, how far along was he?
So the story was, the two of you were pretty close, I'd say, for first 45 minutes or so, and then the difference was Bakuda went into 7 a while before you did, and got stuck there, similar to how you did, looking for the item, and spent a lot of time there. Meanwhile, you decided to go into 8, obviously found the bow, and then you found 1, and Bakuda just hadn't gotten around to Forgotten Spot yet.
Okay.
That's where it
by
was.
Bakuda. GG, Bakuda.
Hi, Bakuda! GG's!
So let me tell you what the story of this seed was for me. It was these random places that for some reason didn't get checked, and they were the places with levels.
Yeah,
think
I
they
mean,
called
you had the
forgotten.
where levels 8 and 4 were sort of in the middle of the Death Mountain halves. You had level 1 at the Forgotten spot, which didn't get around to. Yeah, you did a lot of exploration, just not those parts.
I died on the way to Forgotten Spot, so it didn't get checked. I died trying to get into the Death Armos, which was level 3. For some reason, I didn't get around to bombing level 2, and it was just the only check in that area that didn't get checked. Yeah.
Oh man, that's unlucky.
Oh, then I get into 8, and I'm like, oh, I've got this Triforce. I don't need to come in here. Then I walk into 4, and I'm like, great, 4, let's do it all.
Oh man.
Well, Bakuda, it turns out that the bow was in level 8.
Okay, so I would have needed to go in there anyway.
So you would have eventually needed to end up there. The bow and about 3 or 4 dig doggers was in level 8.
What was in level 7?
And then the silvers were in level 1.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea what was in 7. I saw all but 4 rooms of it and did not find the item.
Yeah, I was in 7 for a little while, and I was like, there's got to be an item in here somewhere, but I didn't have the map. I had no idea where anything was, and finally I decided to play with the blue Wizrobes for about 20 turns before I noped out.
Oh, that room stunk.
Oh, it was awful.
So Jess, tell us about your decision to wander down to the southwest to check out Mags once you had 12 hearts.
Oh, so obviously, as we all probably have been, I've been watching a ton of the different races, and I keep hearing everybody talking about, the odds. It's not just, 10 to 14 hearts. It's an equal 20% per heart, because there's the flag that flips for if it's vanilla hearts, and that makes it more likely at 12 hearts than it does at like 10 or 11. And so I figured, all right, I don't have a whistle. I can't whistle to levels. I have to walk that way to get up to 7 and 8. I'm 100% checking because I have 12 hearts, and I was crossing my fingers as hard as they would cross to pick that up. And if I didn't pick it up, I was going to burn it.
Did it pick up at 12?
It did pick up at 12. I don't know if it picked up at 10 or 11. It was in a very inconvenient spot.
So, at what point did you each decide that Heart Shuffle was probably off in the seed?
I would say after my second heart, and then I saw the magical boomerang in 2, and I was like, wait, what? I thought heart... Wait a minute, no, 2's a floor drop, never mind. I had a slight little mini panic there.
Yeah, I think mine was probably similar-ish. Except it's funny because usually on my tracker, I try to keep any floor hearts on my top line. And for some reason in 2, I flopped them. And so I wasn't like catching right away that Heart Shuffle was off. I'm like, oh yeah, 2, like there's no heart on my top line of my tracker. Oh, because I mixed them up.
But we had thought that it was likely that Heart Shuffle was off right before, Jess, you went back to level 5, spent the key and found the item there, which was a heart. And we were just wondering if that was gonna give you doubt whether Heart Shuffle truly was off.
Yeah, because at first, I think I had 1 key maybe when I was in 5 for the first time. I'm like, I'm not going to spend that because who knows what's on the other side. So when I think died and went back to start, I popped my head back in, hoping I'd get, maybe the flute, or at that point, I didn't have the hint for the power bracelet or something. And of course, it was just a heart, which I burned. But now I regret burning it because that helped me get my magical sword.
Oh, no.
Bakuda, we did like that you were feeding the meat everywhere you could, including to the hungry Darknet. Definitely appreciated that.
You give me the meat, why not use it in the beginning? And then I passed the hungry Darknut, and he just looked so hungry. And I left the room and I felt guilty because I have perfectly good meat and he could use it. So yeah, I had to give it to him on the way out. Yeah, if nothing else, at least the Darknut did not go hungry tonight.
I always forget to do that, to sacrifice the meat at the meat block just to get it out of your inventory cycle.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty rude of the rest of the Dark Nuts to continue attacking you after that, after you had been so generous with one of their own.
I know you would think they would have a little bit more courtesy.
They just wanted hugs.
Oh, and it's, as somebody has reminded me, that I brought a new meaning to the term ladder block. And I went into 6, didn't even remember that I picked up the ladder Armos, and I was like fire boosting through the traps in that first room. And then after I died, I think once or twice, I went back through and I'm like, oh, that's right. I can just walk across this river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a bit of a chuckle out of that. It's hard when it's still very early in the game and you haven't really internalized that you just picked up that ladder.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing right before I died going into Forgotten Spot. I was setting up my screen scroll. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can just walk across this river.
So, Bakuda, this is only game 1 of our 3-game series. Have you thought at all about what your remorse flag might be?
I want those enemies so squishy I can poke them with a stick and they explode.
I love it.
I'm assuming,
Zero
does that
HP
mean
enemies?
0 HP?
0 HP enemies, for sure.
Oh, that'll be a fun one.
I love it. All right, boomerangs all around. Take them all down.
There we go.
Especially after that blue dark nut room, or blue Wizrobe room. It's time for payback.
Yes.
Do the two of you know when your game 2 might be?
We haven't discussed it yet.
All right.
Yep, we just figured get one on the schedule while everyone else is getting all 3, and we'll figure it out later.
Yep.
So
Probably
stay
next week.
tuned, everybody, for game 2. This was Bakuda. We were saying it right before you hopped into the booth. It was really a very close race. I'd say through about 45 minutes, and then you sort of got stuck in 7 a little bit when Jess found the bow in 8, and that was probably the turning point. But excited to see the next 1 or 2 matchups.
Well, I'm excited as well. Just hope I don't have another 7 bearing down on me.
I also hope the same thing.
Having said that, though, I've jinxed us for a second quest 8. So
No, the spirals.
I was gonna say, the two of you had first quest dungeons, you had first quest enemies. You might have 0 HP next time, but enemies. But I think you can have a lot of other evilness that could still come your way.
Well,
any other
we could,
thoughts on,
GG's
the
again.
on the rest of the matchup?
No, I'm looking forward to it. It's always so much fun to see what the game throws at you, because you just never know.
Absolutely.
Moon, any other questions for our racers tonight?
Honestly, you've covered every single one of the bases, and I just want to thank you both for putting on a great show.
Yeah, and thanks to you guys for coming in and doing comms and running the tracker and keeping us going.
Yeah,
Our,
I'll echo the same thing. Thanks so much to our Double Potato Phoenix crew.
Yes, thanks very much, Pedantic Potato. Excellent tracking, keeping us all up to date and on our toes. Appreciate it. And Moon, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for commentating with me, Potato Pony. Quite a pleasure working with you. And I also want to thank the Speed Gaming Network for allowing us to restream the tournament matches on their channels. And I want to thank the viewers for sticking around and cheering on our runners here tonight. Thank you for, we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And again, thank you to Pedantic Potato for the tracking. Trackers are the MVPs. We wouldn't be able to do this without them either.
And speaking of speed gaming, we have one other Z1R random percent tournament race tonight in about 20 minutes on Speed Gaming Prime, the main Speed Gaming channel. We have game 2 of the matchup between Mako71 and bbq.gov. So if you haven't gotten enough Zelda Randomizer tonight, and let's be honest, do you ever really get enough Zelda Randomizer?
No.
Head over there in 20 minutes, and I'm sure we'll all see you around. And give a follow to Jess, give a follow to Bakuda, to Moon, to Pedantic Potato, and hope everybody has a great night.
Also, feel free to send a follow over to Potato Pony, and with that, that'll pretty much do it for this broadcast. So thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.